Hello everyone. Welcome to history class of standard 7th. Let's move on to first question. Find odd man out. Material sources, written sources, unwritten sources and oral sources, in which unwritten sources is odd man out. Monuments, coins, caves, sculpture, stories. Here story is odd one. Bhurjapatra, temples, treatise, paintings. Here temple is the odd one. Let's move on to the next. Ovids, tarikhs, folk tales, myths. Here tarikh is the odd one. Shrine, tomb, Veergala, palace. Palace is odd here. Hill fort, sea fort, land fort and Lal Mahal. Lal Mahal is the odd one. Let's move on to question number 2. That is, complete the names of the following sources of history. Here the complete words are given. Let us see. Legend, Tarikh, Bakhar, Povada, inscription and monument. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 3. What does it mean? History is a chronological, systematic and scientific account of the past events in the progress of human civilization. Sources of history. The sources of history are the authentic evidences for proof that serve as the basis for writing history. Copper plate. Copper plate is the royal edicts, judicial verdicts and other forms of writing inscribed on the strip of copper. Let's move on to the next. Rock inscriptions. Rock inscriptions are the orders of king and other forms of writing carved on a rock. Bakhar. Bakhar is a Marathi term derived from the term khabar, which means news or information. Let's move on to question number 4. Classify the following into material sources, written sources and oral sources. Let us see material sources. Chaitya, forts, weapons, coins, clothing, well, ornaments, utensils, musical instruments and temples. Now let us see written sources. Rock inscription, books, tawarikh, bakhar, travelogue, copper plate, biography, royal edicts, correspondence, judicial decisions, pillar edicts. Now see oral sources. Folk tales, myths, povada, folk song, shloka, ovi, hearsays. Now let's move on to question number 5. Complete the following diagrams. Types of forts. Hill fort, sea fort, forest fort and land fort. Now next, travelogues written by Al-Biruni, Ibn Battuta and Niccolo Manucci. Available बखर्स. महिकावतीची बखर, सभासद बखर, 91 कलमी बखर, चिटणीसांची बखर, भाऊसाहेबांची बखर, कारध्याच्या लाडांची बखर. Now question number 6. Let's write. What do monuments include? Monuments include samadhis, graves, veergalas and buildings. What is a tarikh? Tarikh is a sequence of events. Now next, what qualities of author are important in the writing of history? Author's impartiality, neutrality are important in writing of history. Next question. What information do we get from the royal correspondence and biographies of rulers? we get information regarding policies and administrative systems of the rulers and their diplomatic relations with others from the royal correspondence and biographies. Let's move on to the next. Which structures are included in the term buildings? The term buildings include palaces, ministerial mansions, queen's quarters, and houses of common people. Inscriptions of which dynasty have been found? Many inscriptions of the kings of Chalukya, Rashtrakuta, Chola, Yadav dynasties have been found. Let's move on to the next. What information do we get from Bakhars? Bakhars help us in understanding aspects like the contemporary political happenings, linguistic transactions, cultural life, social conditions, etc. Next question. Whose biography did poet Paramanand compose? Poet Paramanand composed Shri Shiva Bharat, Sanskrit biography of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Let's move on to question number 7. Explain the following concepts. First one is material sources. Those authentic material evidences or proofs of ancient period which support our study of historical events are called material sources of history. Example, memorials, buildings, cave sculptures, inscriptions, coin, copper plates, forts, etc. Next question. Written sources. Those authentic evidences or proof of the ancient period which are in written form are called written sources of history. Example, documents of proceedings in courts of kings, genealogies, Shakavali, correspondence, dispatches, treatise, biographies, travelogues, chronicles, tawarikh, etc. Let's move on to oral sources. We understand various aspects of folk life through folk literature traditionally passed from generation to generation, and they are known as oral sources of history. For example, myths, folk songs, gatha, shlokas, abhangas, povadas, proverbs, legends, etc. Tawarikh. Tarikh or tawarikh means the sequence of events. Tawarikhs are chronology of political events written by contemporary writers. Tawarikhs written by Al-Biruni, Barani and other historians are an important source of medieval history. Question number 8. Write why in your words. Means here you have to give the reasons. Let's move on to the first question. Stone inscriptions are considered to be an authentic source of history. Stone inscription, that is carving on the stone, is a very authentic source of history as it throws light on different features of the ancient time like the language of communication which existed, script used, and the social, political and economic life of a period, etc. Question number 2. Oral sources reveal various aspects of people's life. Various aspects of folk life through folk literature passed on to us by our ancestors. They are pearls of wisdom and they hold a wealth of knowledge about the past. It throws light on the rich cultural life of the past and different art forms which were practiced in those times. Now let's move on to the next. Study of buildings is important. Study of buildings is important because they provide insight about that period. We can know the progress and quality of architecture, houses of common people, revealed the economic conditions and the standard of living in that particular period. Next question. Bukhars are not reliable sources of history. Bukhars are not reliable sources of history because the word Bakhar is derived from the word Khabar, which is the second-hand information passed from one to another. Its nature is hearsay, which is not full truth. Some Bakhars in Marathi were written many years after the event had taken place, so they are not an accurate account. Question number 9. What is your opinion? Is it necessary to evaluate sources of history? Give your opinion. Yes, it is necessary to evaluate sources of history. Just because a source is old does not mean it is reliable or true. We should examine their authenticity and see which sources are genuine and which are fake. We must evaluate its quality with the help of different methods and through critical analysis. It is necessary to determine the integrity, impartiality and neutrality of the authors by knowing their personal interests, the period during which they lived and political pressures on them. Next question. How do coins narrate history? The coins made by different rulers using metals like gold, silver, copper are important sources of history. From those coins, we learn about the rulers, the period they ruled in, governance, religious ideas, personal details, and use of language in that period. Similarly, we also learn about the financial transactions and economic conditions, the advancement in metallurgy prevailing at that time. From the images of Ram Sita on the coins of Emperor Akbar or Shiva Parvati on the coins of Hyder Ali, we see the religious coordination of those days. Let's move on to open-ended questions. Suggest measures to preserve historical resource. The historical monuments and documents are the rich heritage of nation. It is a fundamental duty of citizen to preserve and protect this natural heritage. The following measures are suggested to preserve the historical manuscripts: microfilming and digitalization of an ancient manuscripts, regular repair and maintenance and upkeep of the historical monuments, strict action to be taken against any person causing any damage to these sites. Students should be advised not to engrave their names and write other things on these sites.